Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the America's Netball Men's Netball Championship 2024 here on the beautiful island of St Kitts and Nevis in the Caribbean. This is Game 3 for the England Thorns this evening as they take on Antigua and Barbuda, and with one loss and one win on the board so far in the competition, they'll be looking to continue their fine form from yesterday's emphatic win over the USA, where they came away victorious 77-11. Now, I'm thrilled to be joined in the media zone by two of England's biggest supporters in Taryn Moss and Grainger, who've travelled all the way out here with the squad to be the ultimate hype girls. How are we doing, ladies? Lou, how are you doing?
Really well, thank you. Ultimate hype girls, I think, is spot on there. I think we've got this. Yeah, really excited to be here. Thanks, Liz.
And Taryn, how are you getting on?
Yeah, really good, thank you. Really excited for the game tonight, hoping to take the second win away.
Now, for anyone who hasn't tuned into the competition so far, this is, of course, the America's Netball Men's Netball Championships. And with 8 competing nations, this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, official men's netball competitions to have taken place across the globe to date. And within those 8 competing nations, we have our host, St Kitts and Nevis, our opponents tonight, Antigua and Barbuda, St Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, the USA, us, the visiting nation of England, and of course the current reigning champions in Jamaica. Now, this has been a brilliant tournament so far for England. They had a phenomenal battle against Jamaica. They've had their first ever international win against USA, and they've had 6 brand new debutants take to the court, carving their place in history as an England Thorn. Taryn, what are your thoughts on how England have gotten on so far?
Oh, they've been absolutely excellent. Such a good set of games to watch. They had a real battle with Jamaica, and it was a loss by 3 goals, but ultimately, they fought so well and they played so good together. And then to take away that significant win yesterday was just icing on the cake, really.
Yeah, it was so impressive. And as I mentioned, we've had 6 debutants so far in this competition. That's all the debutants that we've got in the squad for England. Lou, how have you found those debutants to have gotten on?
Oh, I think they've come on brilliantly. It's been seamless, I would say. You can't tell that they're debutants. They've obviously worked really hard in their training, and their units are really solidified, I think. And having played in their clubs together, I think that's really evident on court as well.
And let's look a little bit closely at these debutants. So let's take Lee Robnett as our first one. Tell us a little bit about Lee.
Lee, what a player. I mean, where do I start with Lee? He's worked so hard in the build-up to this. I know that he got himself a post and he's been shooting, at home. He's really putting the work in. Plays for Knights Netball and has been working really hard there. Had a brilliant nationals, absolutely exceptional nationals. Got wing attack of the tournament for the men's, so he was really thrilled with that. And if you've seen any of the games so far, he's really shone. I think he's done so well in that position.
An absolute standout, and I think he actually got Coach's Player of the Match in that Jamaica game as well. And tell us a little bit about Joel Taylor. You obviously know Joel very well. What's he like as a player?
Yeah, he's really hard on himself, so he's reflected on both the games so far. And although we got such a good win yesterday, he was still a bit hard on himself, still wants to put the work in, still wants to get those shots in. He's struggling a bit with these posts, but he's really trying to sort of fix that with his shot. Again, worked really hard. Trialled for England, didn't actually get in the first time, and he wasn't going to give up. So went again. He's absolutely thrilled to be here. He's so pleased to be here, and he's working so hard. So I'm really proud of him.
And another debutant from that Jamaica game as well was defender Taiwo Alou. What can we expect to see from Taiwo in this game? He's so dynamic, isn't he?
He is dynamic. What a jump he's got on him. I think he puts fear into that ball coming in. Even just flying out has really put the fear into the players. And he's got a few turnovers just from a fly out. Not necessarily got the ball, but actually the ball's gone off the back line. So I think that tenacity needs to continue with Taiwo, and I think that's what we get from him.
Yeah, it's so exciting to watch. And Taryn, Jared Bleakley also made his debut against Jamaica in that first game. Tell us a little bit about Jared.
Yeah, Jared's obviously an experienced player. He's been playing with London Giants and again had a phenomenal nationals, played in the final, had a really strong performance there. And is a South African lad but has been living in London, so that's been obviously beneficial for us. He's got a lot of experience, and I know his sister plays as well, but he's come in. He's quite a quiet lad, but he just kind of gets his head down and cracks on and works really hard and has fitted in perfectly.
And I think as well, correct me if I'm wrong, he was the captain for London Giants when they won nationals this year as well. So a really influential player, really controlling that attacking end. And then yesterday we had a debutant in shooter, Rowan Weaver, who's come up through the Trailblazers pathway. Tell us a little bit about Rowan.
Yeah, so I've known Rowan for quite a long time actually. He plays for Northern Titans, which is obviously a successful club based in Leeds, and yeah, he works really hard. He's so strong on the ball, off the ball. He's a very physical player, which I think has suited playing men's netball perfectly, and he's taken to the aggressive style that we've seen the Caribbean boys kind of bring in perfectly, and he absolutely ruled in that circle yesterday. And even, you know, following the injuries that he had, he went into the chairs, he took a bit of an elbow to the face, and he just got straight back up and got on with it. So like, what a player.
And our final debutant was also yesterday in mid-quarter, Harvey Lake. Harvey, he just took to the court and absolutely shone, didn't he?
He really did, and you know, Harvey's probably the player that I know the least at the moment, but again, he's fitting so well with the team. Another unassuming, fantastic player, which I think is a real quality to have. You know, there's something about being, you know, the quiet person on court and just kind of getting on and doing your job. I think it's underestimated sometimes, but I tell you what, it wasn't like it was his first game yesterday. Ran on and just got cracking, and there was no gaps left there.
Yeah, he was very hungry for that first cap. And we are just moments away now from the first centre pass against Antigua and Barbuda. So we're going to say farewell to Taryn for the first half. She is very kindly going to operate our camera for us. And I'm going to be joined by Lou Grainger in commentary for this first half. So I'm going to run you through the starting sevens for both teams. So for Antigua and Barbuda, in goal shooter, we've got Carl Kirby. In goal attack, it's Ariel Hazelwood. Wing attack, it's Jarrell Brown. Centre is Jason Modeste. Wing defence is Zavine Otto. Goal defence is Marcus Cornelius. And goalkeeper is Adrian Constant. And for the England Thorns, in goal shooter, it's James Firminger. Goal attack, Joel Taylor. Wing attack, Lee Robnett. Centre, James Thompson-Boston. Wing defence, James McClelland. Goal defence, Jamal Nicholson. And goalkeeper, Taiwo Alou. Now, this is the same starting seven that took out against Jamaica. So what do you think we can expect to see from them tonight, Lou?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a test for them because they've had two very different games so far. So yeah, same setup as the Jamaica game. So I think we can expect to see that rotation in the circle that we did for the Jamaica game. A real punch through court with Jimmy in the middle, Jimmy Thompson-Boston in the middle, and Lee Robnett. They're both so fast. I think we'll see that on court straight away. Coming out hungry for this game, I think. And then in defence, I think you've got a formidable defence in the players on court. Jamal Nicholson will come out for those flies and bring the ball through court. He's really good at that. And again, we've got James Buchanan, arms everywhere. He'll get round those, you know, those little balls, and we've got Taiwo at the back again. So I think we can expect to see the same. That real sort of really going for the ball in that first quarter.
Yeah, and the defensive end's an intriguing one for me because James McClellan, we normally see him particularly at nationals backing goalkeeper or sometimes goal defence, but he's been put into wing defence predominantly for this competition so far. Although yesterday we did see him in all three defensive positions. So he's just such a versatile player, and I think he's one of those really unassuming people that sometimes you almost don't even notice him, and then out of the blue, bang, he's there, and he's with two-handed intercepts.
Yeah, I think he's really clean as well as a player. So, I mean, I played against him at nationals, and to shoot over him is tricky. But yeah, I think at wing defence, like you say, he's so versatile. He can come out, move to wing defence easily, and you don't even notice it's not his first position because he's just, like I say, arms and everything, really brings the ball through the court. So I think we're expecting to see some more of that.
Yeah, I think he's a really calm presence for the Thorns as well. And actually, you know, we have seen him in shooting positions previously as well. So I think the only thing he doesn't play is the two mid-court positions, centre and wing attack. So literally stick him anywhere, put a ball in his hand, and he'll be absolutely
You never know.
And of course we've got some really strong impact players on the bench as well. So the likes of Dan Lewis, really tall, really rangy. Rowan Weaver is unfortunately out of the game day squad for today due to concussion protocols. So Nigel Skyers, the travelling reserve, has been brought into the squad in his place. But we do expect Rowan to be back tomorrow, all being well.
Yeah, I think he passed all his checks earlier with the physio, so just following protocol, sitting out of this game, and then he's excited to be back tomorrow. So it's good that we've got some depth as well on the bench, and different players can move around different positions. So we'll wonder what we'll see tonight.
Yeah, very intrigued. We don't know much about Antigua and Barbuda in terms of the way that they play. We have seen some very fast ball. The snippets of gameplay that we did see from them on the first day of the competition like to play really, really fast. Arguably, potentially a little bit uncontrolled at times. So it'll be interesting to see how they run out against the Thorns.
Yeah, saw them play in their first match against St Kitts, and I think they're a bit nervous to start, but they definitely settled into the game. So first goal on the board there for England.
Yeah,
good start.
No nerves for them, that's for sure. And Jamal Nickerson already attacking that front ball, not even having to be man on. Thompson Boston then looking for options, goes to Roblet in the pocket, quick 1-2 with Firminger, who was absolutely on fire yesterday, does miss that first shot, and it's cleaned up by Adrian Constant. Cornelius then to Modeste, but not able to keep possession.
Little hand in from Jimmy there, captain. Firminger goes for his second shot, not quite. Another good rebound from Antigua there. Let's see what they can do with it.
I think shooting percentage is possibly something for England to take a look at, one of their work on points.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's something that all the shooters have mentioned to me, that they're keen to make sure that their percentages are higher in this match. I think it's shot selection as well. It's usually, you see in England, they would take those mid and long range shots. But I think they just need to work themselves in a little bit more due to the posts, and just the difference out here, I think, in playing in the heat, playing in with this sort of post, and just playing with each other for sort of the first time properly in an international match.
I think we have to remember as well that for the Thorns, I'm not sure about the other nations, but they train probably maximum together once a month ambitiously, so probably a little bit less than that in reality.
Exactly, and you know, playing against each other, although it's great, and you know, we've got such good training partners, such good people that come in to play against them, I think it's hard to replicate a match play situation sometimes, so having that international experience I think is really good.
So Otto then having to go back to Hazelwood, they're looking for options, they find Otto again, bit of an awkward ball to to Kirby, sorry.
Oh, just unlucky there, I think, on the replay ball.
Nice placement there from Jarrell Brown into Hazelwood. Can't quite get their first of the game, but they'll get another crack at it. Ariel Hazelwood just bounces on the front, and Nicholson trying to pass the ball to himself. Slippy fingers, perhaps.
Yeah, couldn't quite pull that one in, but a great effort from Nicholson there. Reads the game so well, Jamal Nicholson.
Oh, defenders looking for the replay ball.
Yeah, I think they were appealing there for a replay, but you just got to play to the whistle in this situation.
Yeah, good job from Carl Kirby there, getting Antigua's first goal of the game. Firminger will take the step in for the penalty. There's his first of the game as well. Nice little settler, just what he needed after a couple of misses.
Getting out quite easily on first phase, Antigua there, so maybe that's something that England were doing on purpose.
Yeah, I found that England have played with a lot of variety, both attacking-wise and defensively, mixing up, you know, when they go out for first phase, when they challenge on second phase. So it's great to see them play so creatively.
Yeah, I think a bit of miscommunication there in the attacking end, but let's see what they can do if they can get this ball back. Good defensive pressure from the attackers. Oh, Lee gets a tip, Lee Robert gets a tip, but can't quite pull it in. Really good pressure though over the ball. I think Antigua needs to really punch here. Oh, that's a great drive through the middle to open up that zone.
Oh, yeah, big challenge in the air, probably a smidgen too late, maybe should have let that one land. It was outside the circle, shooters can't really do much damage from there.
I think the ball was in the air quite a long time, so Alou might have thought he could just challenge that, but not quite.
Another confident shot from Kirby, especially after taking quite a big hit. He doesn't look particularly comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like he's in a bit of pain. Let's see how we go there, see if it calls time.
Goal defense, Mr. Thompson, and goalkeeper, Mr. DeMiro. The reserves are Mr. Burke.
Oh, an attacking contact call there, I think, from Jimmy Thompson-Boston. So he'll be straight back into defence. He won't be very pleased with that.
Oh, Nicholson. He's doing the running man backwards. That was incredible. We see another turnover for England. I didn't even see where that happened. I was so distracted by Jamal.
I think Thompson-Boston did actually get the turnover, so he obviously was gunning for that as he gave it away. So he'll be pleased he got that turnover. Nice rotation. Joel Taylor just moving out of the way there to open up the space for James Firminger, and it goes straight in.
Yeah, really good game smarts from Taylor there. Antigua and Barbuda for their centre pass then.
Just looking back straight away, not looking forward. Jamal could have pulled that in, I think.
Goal defense, Jedi Celestine, and goalkeeper Kevin Edwards.
Nicely worked by Taylor. Probably could have done with getting a little bit closer to the post. I think that might have been interference with the shot on the way down.
I think so. We've seen that quite a lot actually, Lucy, in this competition. I think that they can jump so high, these players, that actually they just need to get their timing on that, and then it will be going in an upward trajectory rather than a downward, and then they can eat that up. Tippy toes on the baseline for James Firminger. But gets the shot in, steadies himself, good core strength on the baseline.
Nice patient centre pass, pretty textbook there from England as the ball spills over the sideline, so not received for Antigua and Barbuda. And that's what I mean, England mixing it up defensively, like challenging that first phase this time, but previously they let the other one land, so you really just don't know what they're going to do if you're an Antigua Barbuda player.
They've got to have good communication for that as well, so I think they're doing such a good job there. I think Jamal Nicholson is sort of leading that. He's quite a vocal player, so really clear communication on what they're doing on that defensive centre.
Oh, lovely read of play, and a come up trumps for Antigua and Barbuda. That was great work there from Marcus Cornelius.
Yeah, enough to put Joel Taylor off there. Good challenge in the air. That was a good contest. Good that the umpires let that go, I think, actually. They both players going for the ball. England come off victorious in that one.
There's that challenge on the first phase. Jamal, those big arms over, causing all sorts of havoc at the moment. Carl Kirby exiting the circle, a lovely little bounce pass, and look at the shooter-to-shooter ball.
That's a lovely entry into the circle from the goal shooter there.
England quick to take the penalty. Firminger working himself closer, trying to get that higher percentage shot.
Yeah, I've noticed already both the goalers for England, actually, I think they are trying to work themselves in a bit closer to the post for that shot selection. Nice goal there from James Firminger.
Jason Modeste then for Antigua and Barbuda. Oh, I think a contact called against Jarrell Brown there. He looks a bit confused though.
He just needs to take an extra step back, I think. The goalkeeper, yeah, he's getting called quite a lot on that obstruction, so I think he needs to be careful of that now. Oh, nice read.
Yeah, quick release from Thompson-Boston, but possibly a little bit too quick. He holds his hands up, he takes responsibility for that one. And there's been a lot of talk in the England camp about accountability for each player and as a team as a whole. As we see Nicholson again showing us what he's made of, coming from out of nowhere, and in the blink of an eye it's into the England goal circle.
Yeah, I think you're right, Liz, and I think that's what makes a good team. I think accountability, owning your mistakes and actually going, you know what, I'm not going to do that again, but I've done it now and I'm going to work hard to get this ball back, and that's what's nice about this group of players.
So breaking on the centre pass from Nicholson, so it's Modeste to take the free pass. He finds Jarrell Brown under pressure from McClelland. Nice movement from Hazelwood, but a replay ball.
A bit of help from Jamal Nicholson there, or maybe Tyrell Alou, just helping the umpire out, I think. Oh, bit of a late challenge there. Oh no, it comes off.
Yeah, it's good closing speed from Modestin. And a pick-up.
Oh, just a contact there. Well, that was quite unlucky actually.
Yeah, I'd agree. It looks pretty clean to me, but must have just caught the hand. So Cornelius then to take the penalty. Back to Cornelius. Bounce pass to Hazelwood, quite far out the circle. Want to get himself down court. Oh, well kept in. Nice little offload into Kirby.
Yeah, good shooter to shooter there. I think the defence weren't expecting that. Nice easy little pop out just on the baseline. This first and second phase for England with Robnett and Taylor is working really nicely. Oh, what a shot from James Firminger. A bit more mid-range there. Getting a bit more confident, I think. We saw that from him yesterday as he went through the game.
I mean, you can see why scoreline already 13-4 in favour of England. So, you know, getting such a hefty score margin this early in the game is going to fill you with confidence, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think then they have got the opportunity to take those mid-range shots. And you know, because there are games that are going to be more challenging to get the ball closer to the post. So I think now's a good time to, you know, put those shots up.
That was a beautiful read there from Alou. He's going to go help.
I think there's goal shooters down. Sorry, Lucy, to interrupt. Goal shooters down looks in pain in the corner there. So I'm not sure if time's going to be called here. Yeah.
I think it's actually the centre.
Oh, is it the
centre?
Oh, okay. He doesn't look very happy here. I'm not sure what happened. I didn't see.
I think it was just the contest in the air where Alou got the intercept, but it looks like he just caught the back of the centre. It's clutching his shoulder, so possible dislocation perhaps, but we don't like to speculate.
Well, yeah, I hope not. No one wants to see that, do they? Early on in the game. This is coming off to be checked over, I think. Maybe winded, maybe we don't know. Having a bit of a swap around now, so I think physio for England, Jack's just helping out as well, just to check for the player's safety. He's moving, his up and moving around, so let's hope he's okay. So they've had a bit of a swap around and play restarts. Thompson-Boston taking the centre, opting to go back on that one. England need to keep punching, keep moving here. There's that rotation again, and Firminger just opting to a bit of a shuffle shot and another obstruction.
Yeah, 'cause it's all well and good setting up your 3 feet when they're receiving the ball, but actually you've got to take into account the swivel of the foot. It's got to be from the nearest part of the foot that you take your distance.
Oh, well read. Amazing from Jamal Nicholson there. He knew where that ball was going.
But that was testament to the work that was done elsewhere in the court to cut off all the options. There was no forward drives for Antigua and Barbuda. So Nicholson able to pick that one off. And Firminger to reward. Yes, he does. And that's 16-4 then in favour of the Thorns.
I think Jamal Nicholson's come out really strong today. Not sure if he's got a point to prove, maybe just to himself, because sometimes, you know, players just really want to do well.
Great pressure over the shot there from Marcus Cornelius, just putting off Joel Taylor a little bit.
Big ball over the top, lands.
Oh, Nicholson again. That's what you were talking about earlier. Sometimes it's just the fly that puts the fear into people and they get the turnover without even touching the ball.
Yeah, that was well left there as well.
Thompson-Boston then, lovely timing on the pop out from Firminger. And he slots goal number 17 now. Oh,
really,
well kept in.
Really aerial from Antigua and Bermuda, and I think, nice tip there from James McKennan. And Jamal again is all over those aerial balls. I think they need to change that now, because I think England are just eating those up. I think they need to find the body, come forward for a short ball, just so England have something else to think about. It's just recognising sometimes to change up your game.
Yeah, I think as well, possibly just a little bit of naivety from Antigua and Barbuda on some of the passes. They're just not sighting the defence before they release the ball. And that sort of off-the-body, offline defence that England are doing to make the space look available to then come in for the intercept is really effective.
Yeah, I think they are driving strong, but it's just the one. There's no change of direction, just to, like you say, just catch that defender, you know, on the back foot. A couple of lateral passes there.
And both shooters really high up, out the circle. Makes its way to Hazel with a big step in, still manages to slot that one away. That was a good goal for Antigua and Barbuda.
It's quite sneaky around the baseline there from the goal shooter, so...
Firminger really enjoying that front position so far, which again is really smart to try and take the ball out of the air and keep it flat and hard.
He's so strong on the hold as well, I think, and it's the feeders here, they recognise that he wants that body ball. Oh, Lee, nearly. He's annoyed with himself there, didn't quite get that turnover, but Taiwo Alou gets it.
Yeah, defence there to back him up.
Oh, what a ball from Lee, Robnet. Oh, Joel Taylor could have taken that shot, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to have seen him put that up. He was in a high percentage position then. Oh, take from Firminger. The Velcro fingers.
They need to still be strong on these takes. Shooter to shooter ball, but the keeper did get a little hand in there, so I think they need to just snatch that in.
Yeah, I do feel like it's got a little bit loose in the attacking end for England. They are obviously getting plenty of goals in, but...
Oh, no goal there. I think James Firminger just heard the buzzer. I think it actually was before the whistle, but umpires say no goal. So
well, umpire rules. We play to what is called, and it is 19-5 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back for quarter two after this short break. I did have to press stop live because I forgot I didn't put the microphone thing into the phone. So I didn't put the microphone thing into the phone to start with, so we stopped it, put it in.
Could you just write the changes for behind the positions?
Welcome back, everybody, to the second quarter between England and Antigua and Barbuda. Just having a quick scan of the court to see if there's any changes. And actually, Taiwo Alu and Jamal Nicholson have done a positional switch. So Nicholson's gone back into goalkeeper. And I believe that's the only change for England. We don't receive changes for the opposition during the game. So apologies, we are unable to confirm that one.
Yeah, I had a little listen in to Sharon Lewis-Burke on the bench there just at quarter time. I think the reason she swapped him, she said it's quite quiet, so she wants a bit more noise from the back. So I'm assuming she wants Jamal Nicholson to get a bit louder in the back there and direct a bit more of the defence. So we'll see how he goes with that.
That's a good challenge from the goal defence for Antigua and Barbuda. Just had superior elevation there to Firminger, but the penalty was called and Firminger gets the second. I think that's the second goal of the quarter already. No, first goal of the quarter for England.
Yeah, one just when Firminger was holding, but Jimmy just sort of fired it into the post actually. Oh, what a rebound from Joel Taylor! Manages to get his own rebound there. Falling out of court, tipped it again to James. James got those smarts to just keep his head up, look for the rebound.
I mean, that's all you can ask of your shooters. If you're not able to sink it, you better get that rebound.
Absolutely. Oh, a bit of a handling error there. Just couldn't quite pull that one in.
Yeah, just looked a little bit panicked on the ball, but that's nice and calm from England. Short on the shot. You could tell as soon as it left his hand. There we go. Happy days. 22-5 then in favour of the Thorns as Robnett takes the ball into the pocket.
Lee did well just to wait there, was tempting to put that ball in, but Firminger had two players on him, so just opted to wait for Taylor to come into the top of the circle, which is a really nice entry, just to split that defence. Oh, Maka.
That was absolutely beautiful. Again, just came from out of nowhere, exactly like we said earlier.
What a ball as well over the top from Lee Robnett. Sighted Joel Taylor, just again, a lovely entry into the circle to sink that shot. That was Macca's goal, I think. James McKinnon, affectionately known as Macca by all the players. Well, Joel Taylor took that shot a bit fast there. I think he just needs to settle on that shot. Especially with the turnover, you see that sometimes, don't you, Lucy, with the players, they sort of get a bit of adrenaline and fire the ball in.
And then that rush of blood to the head, absolutely.
Yeah. We see that all over the netball court, don't we?
Yeah, men's, women's, mixed. It is, can't escape it. Antigua and Barbuda having to go back on that first phase, really struggling to penetrate and get any kind of depth through court. It's a nice ball into the pocket, but yeah, a little bit of footwork there.
He's put his hand offside as well, I think.
Free pass for England then. And 1-2 right in front of the post.
Yeah, lovely little pop there from James Firminger. Really good timing on that pop, just to come out and get the defender on the back foot, I think. Umpires controlling this game really nicely.
Oh, lovely ball, lovely shot from James Firminger.
Mid-range.
Really calm and controlled.
Definitely, mid-range shot there. Probably mid to outer range shot, I would say, actually. Oh, James McKinnon again. Oh, doesn't quite get the turnover.
But he's really enjoying that ability to play onto the ball rather than having to do like a backing up. He's really charging forward and attacking the ball.
Yeah, that suits his style, actually, I think, to sit off and come through. Oh.
Bit of an awkward pass there.
Teammate under pressure, yeah. Just need to compose themselves here, I think.
Oh, it's another good rebound from Taylor, but this time it finds Antigua and Barbuda hands. This is a better transition through court for them. Oh, but there's that offline defence again, just making it look available. and then snaffled up this time by Nicholson.
I think you're exactly right. It does look available. It does look like that ball can go in, but that is exactly what they're trying to do. They're playing off, they're setting themselves, they're split circle, and one of them, whether it's wing defence, goalkeeper, is just able to fly and come in.
So at this point, would you want the shooter to potentially try and find the body of the defender to be able to take that offline ability away?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the shooter's floating in that back space thinking, great, I'm on my own here, this is coming in. But yeah, if he just moves himself forward, finds the body, either Jamal Nicholson's going to have to come off him, so pushing him higher or further out the circle, or he's going to stay body to body, and that takes the player back onto somebody else so that they can work the ball around.
Lovely confident shot from Taylor. That's goal number 29 for England.
It's the first early game of the evening England have had, so interesting to see what changes are made and how that sort of game management is presented here.
So I know it's only a couple of hours earlier, but actually heat-wise, it is definitely hotter.
I mean, we're sweating up here, I think, Lucy. So I can't imagine what the players must be feeling. But
I am flop sweating at the moment, so
we can't really complain.
But we will anyway.
But we will, yeah. And we will to the players later as well.
You can see that zone defence that England really perfected yesterday. Oh, beautiful ball. That one finds its way, but not rewarded. That's unlucky. Such a shame.
Yeah, that's one that did get through there. Oh, good decision making from Lee. Just to slow the ball down. Not quite good decision making from Taiwo there. Just a bit too much on that one. Went right over the baseline. So a chance for Antigua and Bermuda to just he goes offside. A brilliant fly coming from right back into the goal third. Flies but can't quite pull it in. Bit of a tip and then back in their hands.
Needs to be just a bit more controlled if you're going to go for that kind of fly. Otherwise, you could argue that was an intentional offside then. Thompson-Boston.
He's been so good on defence today. He's really, really showing how good he is on that defensive. He is a centre wing defence, and you can really see that, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, captain of the Thorns really leads by example. I think both in his play and his attitude.
Absolutely, yeah, such a good attitude. Leads his side really, really well. So England opt in for the box again, would you say?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, I'm not sure. I probably would have gone man on with such.
I think so.
Seeing as it was halfway down the court already. Long shot for Antigua and Barbuda.
Oh, what a rebound from the goal shooter there.
Yeah, did well to keep that in. The shuffle shot, they're going to get themselves a bit closer. Oh, well worked goal.
That was a lovely swing actually of the ball. I think the goal attack saw the goal shooter holding, swung the ball right into the pocket. Goal shooter just spins around, pops out, and that's what England have been doing quite well. We've got some changes now. So it looks like Dan Lewis is coming on at goal defence. That's what you were talking about yesterday. He's quite a versatile player. We've seen him wing defence. We've seen him sometimes at goal shooter. He's now coming in at goal defence. And yes, Thompson-Boston's moving into wing defence. And we have got James McKinnon has moved into goal shooter.
Didn't I say earlier?
We've
seen him in a shooting position in nationals and league fixtures.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
This is exciting.
And of course, Harvey Lake has come on into centre as well, which means Thompson-Boston's moved back into ring defence.
Yeah, Joel Taylor's on managed minutes at the moment. He's got a problem with his knee, so they're just managing him for this tournament so that he's available for all the games. He's on sort of, half. So see what Macca can do. This will be interesting. I was speaking to Taryn about this. Definitely a goal shooter, goalkeeper. He played an excellent goal shooter in that final game at National. So Leeds Fury were in the final. First time they've got to the final, I think.
Yes, it was, I believe.
But he was playing goalkeeper in the semi-final, and then put him into goal shooter. Need two of him, really. That's what Taryn says. Need two of him.
Yeah, I would argue you need seven of him. He's that good.
Yeah.
7 Maccas is a dream. You see a lovely ball into Firminger, but it's high up. They're going to rework it.
Doing a great job at dictating where he wants that ball to go as well. So really dominant in there. Nice. Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, great timing from Maka.
Sinks his first shot.
Nothing but net.
Got some airtime, these players, as well. Just hang in the air. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, oh, tell me about it.
I always think I'm jumping really high, and then I see myself a picture like against in a mixed game, and the guys are way above me, and I think, oh no.
I actually did one of those elevation jump tests once, and I was like, oh, I've absolutely nailed that. And they're like, yeah, it's about 11 centimetres.
Oh, keep trying, Luce,
Yeah,
keep trying.
I'll get there one day. I'll get to Jamal Nicholson heights one day.
Wow,
Lovely.
what a lovely passage of play down the centre of the court.
And again, that front positioning, this time held by Maka. We've seen Firminger do that all game as well. And you can see the goalkeeper for Antigua and Barbuda just asking for more, asking his players to lift. Obviously not happy with this scoreline currently.
Do you think if Antigua go man on, it would put a bit more pressure on it? They seem to be sitting off, and like you say, England are they're really sort of just getting around. Oh, there we go. There's a nice turnover. Oh,
That rush of blood to the head, as we were saying earlier.
Oh, that's a shame.
Straight into the goal third. But yeah, I mean, potentially a man-on-man could work a little bit better. I do think something needs to change for them. And I think for a lot of teams, your one-on-one defence is kind of your default.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely shot, Firminger. That's number 33 then for England.
I must admit though, man on defence is hard work, and especially in this heat, so it's something that you... Oh, Jamal just comes out for a fly there. Nice tip, just can't quite put it in. But again, just putting that fear into those feeders, not wanting to send that again. Opted for a bounce pass.
You can hear that communication that you were talking about earlier with Jamal. He's telling Harvey Lakes to drop back to mark the circle edge. So
yeah,
really is a leader,
listens
isn't
to
he?
Sharon there, I think. Yeah, and doing what she's asked him. I think at the back.
Great give and go
speed.
from Robnet. Oh, that was sweet. That was sweet.
You could hear that one, just a swish in the net. Those are great. Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of an unlucky contact there. Oh, and again that zone defence. Nicholson, unlucky.
Unlucky. I thought that was really clean. Read that so well.
Antigua and Barbuda quick to take the penalty though, and it pays off. They take advantage of the one defender in the circle.
Yeah, so the goal defence has been told to tidy up now, so he needs to watch that because there's no cautions anymore at this level. So if he gets pulled out again, it could potentially go to a warning for persistent, or it'd be advanced first and then go to a warning. So yeah, he just needs to be really clean now. There's Jamal Nicholson again on the fly. They need to recognise now that he's just coming out on those. And they need to just shorten that up.
And actually, I'd like to see the shooter almost put a screen on for the other attackers to bring it down court and to stop him from coming out on the fly. Maka then at that lovely front position. Looking for the penalty, was sort of almost trying to tempt the umpire into calling it, but did not need it.
Doesn't need it, goes in. Robnet is coming out. Oh, bit of a wayward ball there. Apologises. Sticky fingers, he says.
I mean, how hard do you think it is for someone like Maka, when you've played, say, 100% of your games for England in this tournament and in probably the lead up to it in defence, to then suddenly go to a shooting position, because shooting is not easy.
I think that's harder, going that way around as well, from a defensive position to shooting. And it's because you've got to get in your mind, like, right, I'm shooting now, I need to get into this. He might have been given the heads up before the match, you don't know, so he could have potentially been told that. I think for a player like Maka though, he's so calm, so collected, that I think he just takes it in his stride, doesn't he, and just goes with it. And you can see that on court.
I was going to say there's that additional pressure that comes with shooting, but for Maka it's just another day at the office.
It is.
Chill as you like.
I think he's got all his shots in, hasn't he? I don't know if he's him, but yeah.
Right, if he misses now,
No, he won't be thanking me. Oh, lovely from Dan Lewis. Oh, just can't quite pull that in. We're really well read.
Yeah, Nicholson's smart to let that one land. He knew he wasn't going to be able to get to that cleanly.
Yeah, picking his battles well. Oh, that one's been let go. He gets the turnover. A little bit of whooping from Harvey Lake, taking a leaf out of Lee Roberts' foot there. Can't quite sink that one, and Antigua get the rebound.
Yeah, it's great elevation on the rebound for the keeper, and that was good vision, finding the free player.
They're quite quick down the court there, quick to take the penalty as well, which has worked in their favour.
Oh, that split makes my legs hurt. So good.
Dan Lewis with the rebound this time. Oh, slippy the ball, I think. Oh, it just gets called. I thought that might have been clean. Just over the top there. That's hard to do. Cleanly, I think.
You can hear Macca saying flat, keep it flat. Oh, and another miss for Firminger.
Really good feedback from Macca though. Keep that ball flat, because sometimes if it looks on from the outside for your middies to feed that in, you really want to put that, because he's tall, you know, he is a tall player, and it's really tempting to just put that ball up, hope he can get it. But if they're coming around and that's being let go, having that direction from your goal shooter is just what you need.
And again, that was great pressure from the keeper, Antigua and Barbuda.
He knew the time was out. I was going to say that was a bit of a wayward ball, but time, second quarter done. What score are we on, Lucy?
It is 37-10, I believe. So another emphatic win for England, it is looking like. But let's see what Antigua and Barbuda can do in the second half, coming your way in a few minutes' time.
Dominated both quarters at the conclusion of the second quarter. I'm being complimented by the ladies. Expert job within their deliberation. And for those of you in England, you should really use thus far with the performance of the I have no doubt that the tournament there will be a force to be recognized. That will essentially remain for a long time. We are just awaiting how the look of the third quarter will be coming up. and Barbuda. England at 37. Antigua and Barbuda. This could be an opportunity to expose more players, but the coach will know this and understand the situation as to what England and Barbuda will have that was a lot of catching up, plenty before. Obviously, we can see that. Second quarter, England 37 and Antigua and Barbuda 10. England, 10 Antigua and Barbuda.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half between England and Antigua and Barbuda. It is a strong, healthy lead for England going into this third quarter, 37-10. And I'm delighted to be joined by the second ultimate hype girl here with the England squad. It's Taryn Moss. How are you doing, Taryn?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thank you. Really good.
Thank you very much for operating the camera for us in the first half. Grainger has taken up that position now as we see a stunning ball into the goal attack for Antigua and Barbuda. And there's their first of the half.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm sweating more because of the humidity or having to operate the camera and fix the score and all that kind of thing. Not the most technical of people, so probably better on this side of the mic.
Camera, score, clock, you can do it
That's
all.
it.
We'll do it all. Good rebound there from McClelland, and he gets his first and England's first of this second half.
It looks like Antigua have changed a couple of their players, but obviously we're not sure of the names, but it looks like they've made a few changes, which is good to see, make sure that they're getting the bench on court.
Yeah, apologies to anyone watching from Antigua and Barbuda. We don't receive any information on opposing teams.
Oh, for me, Daniel needs to be getting up and getting both hands and catching those rebounds rather than tipping it out. Unsure where that's going to land, actually.
Yeah, it's just a slightly higher risk, isn't it? Deflecting it in that way. Really, two hands, strong, rip it in.
Oh, unlucky
Slightly,
pass there.
Yeah, a little bit overcooked there from Lewis. Antigua and Barbuda then for the throw-in.
Good pressure there, though, squeezing them down that channel, making them force those passes in, and obviously we then take that ball, which is good.
Sensible decision to reset back to the transverse line here. They're not happy with what's on offer in attack, and there's the timing from McClelland.
Lovely
And
goal.
still yet to miss a goal, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, dare we say it?
Dare we say it?
curse
Well,
that boy?
the curse will lie with Lou if he does miss, so don't you worry about that, Taryn. Robnett then undefended on circle edge. Great decision just to go over the head of Firminger into McClelland, and he just goes about his merry way.
I don't know if we talked about this yesterday, but I think like these guys are so athletic and they want to go for everything. I think that's like, you know, the hunger of the play and the tournament and everything like that. But obviously we can, if we do a little dummy pass and then, you know, lift it into the same position, they overcommit sometimes, and then that obviously pays off for us as well.
So we have seen a change for England here. So Jamal Nicholson's come back out to goal defence where he started the game. We've seen Nigel Skyers, our travelling reserve, who is in the squad today in place of Rowan Weaver. He comes onto the court in goalkeeper. And I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, this is his first cap for England, I think.
Yes.
We've seen him more in a coaching position with England as assistant coach recently. So congratulations to him on his debut.
He did well then as well, because he managed to tip the ball, but it tipped onto the Antiguan player, so we managed to benefit from that as well, so good start for him. Oh, a little bit close there.
Yeah, a bit silly there, that was intentional, straight out the hands for Lake. Firminger again, they find themselves in that sort of mid to long range shooting position quite a lot. They could do with potentially trying to work themselves in a little bit closer. But then again, if the shots are sinking, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, nice angles here from England.
Nice
Great
holds.
ball in. And there's goal number 42 now for England. So Taryn, Lou asked me yesterday to make a prediction for England's final score towards the end of the game. I'm going to ask the same of you now. What do you reckon we're going to hit today?
Okay, so we wanted the 80 mark yesterday, we never quite got there. And given that we're on 42 at this stage, it looks like 80 could be likely, but I'm going to go with a 78.
78.
So improvement on yesterday. We're keeping just within that safe zone, I think.
I love that. Hedging your bets.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Come on, James, don't let me down.
I mean, Lou and I spoke a lot about James McClelland in that first half, but you obviously know him very well from Leeds Fury back in the UK. Oh, through the legs! Unbelievable. Right on cue, he's given us showtime at the Apollo.
Yes.
I love it.
It's funny because he's been practicing that and I wondered what it was for, but there you go.
Oh, that's just too good. Oh, bit of a stray ball there for England. Oh, but
Snatch.
can't quite gain possession. It is very humid and hot out here. It stays in Antigua and Barbuda hands. That was a nice ball in. But the attacking contact, I believe.
That's one thing I'd say about the umpires. They've been really clear with attacking contacts. You know, that's not something that we see a lot of, I don't think. Obviously, it's there when it's there. But I think sometimes it can, like netball is kind of favoured towards the attackers, I'd say, at times. But here, it's definitely been. They've called it exactly as they've seen it.
Are you a defender by any chance, Taryn?
For a long time. Yeah.
No, I
Very hard
agree.
done by goalkeeper for a long time, yeah.
I do agree with you though, as we see a bit of a wayward ball to McClelland. He tries to chase after it, but the bounce just doesn't go in his favour.
Yeah, couldn't get that one back through the legs, so missed that.
That's a nice quick setup though for that zone defence again for
Yes.
England. And again, right on cue.
Again, just forcing that ball to be played on that very narrow channel by the line. So any mistake is obviously just, it goes out and you can't recover from that.
Strong give and go from Nicholson to Thompson Boston. There's Lake into the pocket to Robnett. Does well to maintain it. Oh, I thought he was falling out of court then. Firminger to deliver.
Oh, unlucky.
Not this time.
It's good to see that the confidence of the shooters hasn't gone though. I like to see it, you know, even if the shooter misses one or two, it can't be helped at times, and they've just got to keep putting them up and keep putting them up to get that confidence back again.
So throw in for Antigua and Barbuda. Oh, the lovely little step, beautiful ball into his teammate. And that's goal number 12 then for Antigua and Barbuda. So a change here for England's opponents in... It's hard to actually read there, but is it the wing defence? Yes, wing defence position. Yeah, Nicholson's got a couple of penalties now. The umpire potentially keeping an eye on him. You'll have to start to tidy it up now.
Just undershot that one, but he was obstructed, so he's got the ball back. Defenders are working hard to block out in case it does rebound, which, as we discussed, you know, we've seen happen quite a lot because of the posts.
Obstruction called then in the goal third for England. So that penalty now being advanced to circle edge. So obviously they'll have to keep an eye on that now, the wing defence for Antigua and Barbuda, because the next step after the advancement is of course a warning.
Nice goal there for James Firminger again. Settled back in.
Again, another contact for Nicholson. Yeah, he's really drawing a lot of whistle now. He's going to have to figure out how he can adapt and still challenge ball. Maybe going back to that offline defence that we saw so much of in that first half. And a few more changes here for England now then. So Jarrah Bleakley, who made his debut against Jamaica on the first day, comes on into wing defence, and Ross McCartney-Oliphant into wing attack.
I have to say, watching Ross yesterday, you know, I've seen him play in a few different positions, but it was lovely seeing him at wing attack. I think he's got a really good vision. You know, really, I think you described it as threading the needle, you know, that ball right into Rowan, and you know, they've been playing together in the Trailblazers. You can really see that connection's nice and tight, and I just think it's such a good gift to have. I don't think it's something that I've got, but you know, certainly seeing Ross display it yesterday was lovely.
Yeah, he really played with so much confidence yesterday.
Yeah.
And actually, I think for me, wing attack is my preferred position for him. Just to take the pressure off of shooting away from him. He's really just able to... Oh, Lou, the curse.
Was
I'm
that
going
a
to
pass?
blame Lou Grainger for that one. Oh no, she's put it down as a pass.
Yeah.
All right, we'll change the stat
It was an
sheet.
assist, yeah.
Oh, it's all a little bit frantic down this goal
I didn't
end.
see who that come off.
Oh, looks like it's gone Antigua and Barbuda's way, but the England defence really just smothering all the options.
You know, we've got to remember at this stage of the game, people are going to start to get really tired. So, you know, you do need to get those fresh legs on. And obviously, Sharon Beck-Lewis is making those decisions and bringing those fresh legs on, bringing that freshness to court for us. So you can become slightly more clumsy at this stage of the game, I think.
Yeah, and the humidity as well has really just gone up a notch, I think. So that ball is going to be very sweaty, it's going to be slipping out of hands. Lovely ball into McClellan's. There we go, he thinks that one. The curse of Lou Grainger has now evaporated. I'm joking. Love you, really. Well, that was a nice first phase there from Antigua, using the defence coming really high up.
They really favour that left-hand side pocket. They seem to be driving the centre into there every single time, and then using that left-hand side of the D.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if the England defence have picked up on that and how they can restrict access to that if that's what they're favouring. Nice try from McCartney-Oliphant. Strong hold from McClellan. That ball probably could have had a little bit more on it.
Definitely.
I feel like the defensive structure is a little bit looser now, a little bit more confused for England. Not quite sure what they were doing on that transition. And again, Nickerson, I just feel like his head's starting to drop a little bit now. He's just got to adapt. Oh, a little bit of
tighten up
there.
on your discipline a little bit, don't you?
You can hear the bench for England shouting 4 feet, 4 feet. We shouldn't be getting these obstruction calls in their opinion. I think the bench for England were looking to make a change in Taiwo Alu, but I'm not quite sure where he's gone. He's actually not on the bench at the moment. So possibly just popped to the loo, but I imagine he might be coming back on shortly.
I mean, we've got a couple of other options that could go on if needed, if Alu doesn't come back. Oh, he's just walked back on, so yeah, maybe just needed a bit of a freshen up.
Lake now looking for options, trying to do that triangle, but a bit of a clumsy contact from the wing defence for Antigua and Barbuda. And Firminger gets goal number 49, I believe.
Oh, good pressure there from James Firminger.
So I'm not sure how long we've got left in the quarter. So only, well, about a minute and 40 seconds roughly. We are having to operate the clock ourselves up here, so it's not the official time, but approximate. But it was 42 to start this quarter, am I right? So only 7 goals for England in this quarter, which is significantly less than previous quarters.
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe all the changes, obviously, is going to disrupt the goals going in possibly at times. So maybe they're just starting to get back into another rhythm now, and we'll see a couple more goals going. But like I said before, that tiredness starts to creep in. People don't give as many options as they can, because, which is quite natural. So you've got to be smarter with your play, I think. Rather than running all over the place, you need to kind of hold your ground a little bit, be a little bit more man on, I think, and then, throw that ball into the space, make it easier for each other.
And we did see that change for England just moments ago. So Taiwo Alu has come back into goalkeeper, and Nigel Skiles takes to the bench in what we believe is his first cap for England. A couple of shuffle shots for Firminger, nice and smart, getting himself right under the post.
That was such a good decision to make, I think, having that option. Lovely pick up from Harvey there on the loose ball. I'm not sure I saw footwork, but I just wondered if he'd maybe dragged his foot a little bit from the umpire's angle.
Yeah, I think it possibly looked a little bit awkward, so even though it potentially wasn't footwork, it's maybe just looked like it, and a slightly overcooked ball for Antigua and Barbuda.
And I think just having, Aliu back into goalkeeper, they feel they've got to throw that ball a little bit higher to get over his height, so obviously that's going to force that ball off the back line potentially.
Oh, look at the give and go from McCartney Oliphant, but just took his eye off the ball as he was catching it. And a little bit of a naive feed there for me. Could have done with getting himself closer to circle edge. Trying to thread the needle. When it works, it's beautiful. When it doesn't, not great.
And again, when James McClelland was asking, for the flat ball to come in there, it's when they do drive to the circle edge and they've got that space. Whereas from, kind of in the middle of the attacking third, you can't throw a flat ball across 2 or 3 of the opponents, really. That's going to be picked off by anyone, so...
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of being picked off, there was a beautiful intercept by Harvey Lake right in England's defensive goal circle that we haven't acknowledged, so I must do that for him. So it was a beautiful thing, and Nicholson manages to come up with a turnover as well.
That was a lot of pressure from Jared actually on his player, and again
just feels like he's got a little bit erratic now for both sides. I'd like to just see someone really take control, just assert their authority by calming, just having a more calming presence.
Yeah, it's got very loose, I think, hasn't it? Yeah.
Good use of the triangles for Antigua and Barbuda. We'll put that one down as a pass. Didn't quite touch the net. And that is the end of the third quarter. It is 53-18 in favour of the Thorns. I don't think we're going to reach that 80 barrier, or even potentially 78 as you predicted, Taryn, but let's see. We've got one more set of 15 minutes coming your way very soon.
England 53, Antigua Barbuda 18.
recognize our wonderful sponsors. Ministry of Sports and Ministry of Sports Nevis, Bank of Nevis International, American Bakery Center, that is the final show. There is a team, and they are ready now to go into the fourth and final quarter of this competition.
Welcome back, everybody, to the fourth and final quarter between England and Antigua and Barbuda. It is a strong, confident lead for England so far, 53-18. And we see a couple of changes again for England. So Lee Robnett, who started in wing attack, has now come on into goal attack. We haven't seen him in goal attack so far this tournament. Let's have a look down the court. So James Thompson, Boston, otherwise known as Jimmy, comes on into centre again. And who else have we got? I think everything else is as it was. And there's a win for Antigua and Barbuda, but a little bit too quick to take the penalty. Oh, never in a million years. But we play to the whistle. We play to the whistle. Do you think Nicholson was hard done by there, Taryn?
I think he was absolutely hard done by. However, he obviously went back to get some vindication there and put some pressure on that pass, which got thrown out over the top of him. So, bit of netball karma into play, like strongly, heavy-handedly helped by Jamal. Oh dear.
Yeah, bit of a clumsy contact there by the wing defence, but he holds his hands up. Knew that wasn't the one. Strong drive by Robner. He thought that was worth a contact call, but it didn't come. I think he did have a little bit of a helping hand over the back line.
Yeah.
And there's that zone defence again.
Yeah.
Just look at how it moves, and that is exactly what happens. Beautifully finished off by McClelland as well.
That was just excellent teamwork, wasn't it? You know, they immediately dropped back into that shape, put a lot of pressure on, and each time it pays off. It's just so lovely.
Yeah, I think it was how quickly they set up into that box that was really impressive.
Yeah, it was one thing we noticed in the Jamaican game, and even in the Jamaican series that we saw, you know, when they played in that those 3 games that they played a year or so ago, was that they were so quick to set everything up and get the ball down, and sometimes we would get ready to defend and they'd already got the ball into their attack at third. So, you know, wow, hands everywhere again.
Yeah, it was beautifully read by Alou. He managed to get the deflection, couldn't find a teammate, so then decided to come up with the intercept instead.
Well taken there, Lee. Lee took that strong, took his feet through, and came away with that contact call. Such a strong player, Lee.
So another change here. Looks like Alou is coming out into goal defence. And, oh no. Can't quite see. My eyesight's not quite what it used to be.
I think they're swapping bibs, but currently they've got one of each.
Oh, right, there we go.
I think you were correct in what you said, first of all.
So Alou comes out into goal defence, and Nicholson drops back to goalkeeper, and we are back underway with a breaking call against McCartney Oliphant.
So this is how we confuse the opponents. We mix our bibs up from front to back, and depends which way they see us. We keep them guessing. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what happened with centre there, because Jimmy looked like he'd set up correctly, but I don't know if she called him for footwork or maybe not having his foot in the circle appropriately. I couldn't quite make out what the umpire had called, but that meant that the centre was turned over.
I actually thought initially it was breaking by McCartney Oliphant, so I owe you an apology there, Ross. It was not that at all. Some long, lofty aerial passes here for Antigua and Barbuda, which are always risky, especially against a side like England, who are so quick to react to those kind of balls.
Yeah.
And right on cue, both defenders straight up in the air to challenge that.
Here we go. James has got the hold on, and it paid off again. Great strong hold there.
But the ball speed from England just then was absolutely phenomenal, as we see an Antigua and Barbuda player looking a bit uncomfortable on the ground. So hopefully nothing too serious. The medical team are going over. We're just going to take the camera off of that. We're just going to go into the goal circle a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Just being helped off court. He's got a leg up. Jack McDonald, the physio for England, just offering a helping hand as well. There we go, carried off court.
Jack's a great support, isn't he, to the team and to obviously other teams. You know, we've seen him assist 2 of their players so far, and he's been here. He's been a really strong support for all of the players.
Yeah, I've been part of the England Thorns programme as physio for a number of years now, possibly even from the conception. Although, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, McCartney Oliphant, lucky to pick that one up. Just had his back to the ball, forcing that one in. Again, just needs to find circle edge before giving that ball.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit of a no-no to give a ball when you're being double marked. So I think that's just a little bit of a bit of a learning point really there. You know, if they've got 2-on-1, then it means the player's free. So, you know, just wait a little bit of time for that.
Oh, wow. That was an interesting call. So,
yeah,
a held ball, and I think Nicholson was just waiting for the other player to get out of his way, but Alu comes up with the intercept, and England, in the blink of an eye, already at that transverse line. Yeah, a little bit of discipline needed here from Antigua and Barbuda.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's a tack to slow down the momentum of the players. Sometimes some people use that, but obviously it can also be just being tired and being in this humid atmosphere here.
Great rebound from McClellan. But I think that possibly a footwork call, just couldn't quite get a clear vision of the umpire from where we are.
Jared there putting some pressure on with a nice outside arm.
Antigua and Barbuda, then they open up the other side of the court, but there's no options at a ball side at the moment.
Yeah, lots of pressure.
Yeah, just slips through the hands there for the goal attack. But England take full advantage and they are streaming down court. The little move and the spin, the pirouette from McClelland. And the goal to boot. Another change for England. A lot of changes for them in this game as we see Dan Lewis come on into goalkeeper. Nicholson, I think, taking a very well-deserved rest. Probably a little bit quieter in the second half.
Good pressure there straight away. Good pressure there from Dan straight away, letting that ball go off the baseline, containing the player. Oh, loose ball on the court.
Of course, there are 2 games running simultaneously here, so just having a little look, it looks like USA, I can't quite remember, USA versus St Kitts potentially, not 100% sure. Oh, again, just a little slip through the hands for Robnett.
I think it might be a good decision at that stage to look back for a reset, because it's happened a couple of times where it's just kind of gone off in the same position. So maybe just look for that reset, allow the players to move around a bit.
So Taiwo Alu having a word spoken to him. He's had an advancement against him now. I think just unnecessarily not standing out of play, potentially. I'm not 100% sure, but the umpire being very stern with him. Oh, what a shot. Antigua and Barbuda over 2 defenders. But that elevation was just unreal. That was better worked into the circle, but again, probably a longer range shot than what they needed to take. Oh, using all three channels, Antigua, but just needed to ground himself when receiving that ball.
Yeah. I think that's testament to Jimmy as well. You know, they're putting the pressure on those passes coming in, so people are less confident taking that ball in the air.
Alu just needs to look down court. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just a bit of time wasting potentially, but we've still got 9 minutes left on the clock. Look down court.
I think there's a safety in passing in the centre court. You know, there's a safety passing. There's a bit of confidence where you feel safe passing laterally in the centre court. If you've not had as much experience in these kinds of levels of games, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe he just needs to look forward a little bit and just have the confidence in himself to get that ball forward.
Potentially.
Because there has been a couple of options, I think. Because it's always hard to try and reset yourself. You know, especially, like we say, when the temperature's like this, trying to reset yourself and attack afterwards.
So I think we've just seen a change for England as well. So Jamal Nicholson's just come on. I almost didn't even see that. I was too busy focusing the goal circle. So yeah, Nicholson's come on into goal defence, and also Joel Taylor has come on into goal shooter.
Lovely.
Nice strong take from him, mid-range. Oh, goes up for his rebound, but Robnik collects it one-handed. Oh, really struggling with the shots at the moment. That's better. He just took a fraction longer on the shot then.
Beautiful shot there from Joel. Lou and I spoke about this yesterday, you know, coming on like cold as a shooter, if you like, even though if you've been on, you know, even through these managed minutes, it's always difficult to keep in that stride of shooting. But Joel is one that will shoot in the breaks and keep practicing, and, you know, so to keep himself.
It's interesting actually, because even if he's played a full game, when that final whistle goes, about 2 minutes later you'll see him at the post putting shots up. He is so dedicated and such a hard worker. But again, I'd argue just a little bit rushed on that one. Just needs to take that breath.
You've got this, Joel.
A bit of argy-bargy here between Robner and the goal defence, as Taylor gets goal number 62 for England.
Only 16 more to go as far as I can count.
Oh, well, we're not too sure how long is left on the clock. Let's see if they can do it for you.
And again, Dan doing a good job there of containing the goal shooter.
Yeah, actually didn't need to challenge the ball at all. Jimmy just released him before he'd fully turned to assess the options. And Antigua and Barbuda make the most of that. That was well worked to goal. That's a nice rotation of the circle. Robnett just using the baseline to open up Taylor. The Thorns not happy with the lack of a call there, but we play on.
Might have been a little bit of ball out of hand, but like you say, we play to the umpire. Jared's got that back there.
I think England could really do with just taking the pace out of the game now, just to play really calm, controlled, simple netball. Again, another miss for Taylor. He's going to be frustrated with himself, no doubt.
A little bit too much on that pass again, laterally, so I think you're absolutely right. England just need to steady this now and keep control.
There we go, that was nice from Taylor. I think the goal not being allowed, that's a warning towards the goal defence. Didn't quite hear what it was for, but it's definitely for the goal defence for Antigua and Barbuda. England quick to take the penalty, courtesy of Nicholson. McCartney Oliphant to Thompson Boston, straight into the front position for Taylor. Obstruction called.
Lovely.
And there's a nice Swiss shot. That'll give him confidence. Nice little step around the body from McCartney Oliphant.
Yeah, he's working really hard to get out for that centre pass, having to dodge through two of the players sometimes.
Antigua and Barbuda not even looking forward at all on that first phase, and Nicholson takes a little bit of a tumble with the wing attack. Yeah, smart from Taylor. He's worked himself closer to the post. Oh, yeah. Just a little bit offside from McCartney Oliphant. It's a nice try though.
Yeah. If he had size 5 feet, he'd probably be okay. Lovely, Dan. Lovely read.
Useful intercept there for Dan Lewis. There's that offline marking, just paying dividends again, and there's the threading of the needle. When it works, it works. And an air ball for Lee Robner. In fairness to him, he hasn't played goal attack at all this tournament. I think he played wing attack predominantly at Nationals as well, so might have been a little while between drinks in that GA bib. Oh. That was a lovely deflection from Bleakley, but it just had a bit of a falcon for Lewis.
Another attack and contact call there, Lucy.
Yeah, it's just a little bit scrappy in that attacking circle for Antigua and Barbuda. They're just lacking a little bit of structure. England want to sink this one now.
England do seem a little bit more settled now, I'd say. It's coming up a little bit more controlled. It's coming nice out from Dan. When he's got the rebound or it's gone off the back line, it's been nice and controlled. Probably not as controlled as the first quarter, but the fourth quarter is always going to be a different one, isn't it, to play?
Oh, a lovely shot there for the goal attack. There's great positioning right in front of the post as well.
Lots of bats flying around the court now, Lucy.
They literally are. I don't know if you can see them on the stream. That was a nice sweep of the circle there from Taylor. Just bounces off the side of the ring, but it is going to be an England throw-in. Oh, so a little bit of confusion there. I think the umpire called that the Antigua and Barbuda player wasn't on court, but of course under the new rules that is no longer a rule. You do not have to wait for them to retake the court. So a little bit of confusion there, but we have reached the final whistle, and it is 67-24 to the England Thorns. Taryn Moss and Grainger, thank you so much for joining me. I am going to put you on the spot, Taryn, because I did this to Lou last night. If you had to pick a player of the match, who would you give it to?
It's going to be terribly biased.
Oh, go on, I wonder. Is it going to be a Leeds Fury player by any chance?
It's going to be my captain, my partner. No, I thought James McClellan played fantastic. I thought Ross came on and was wonderful. I thought Lee was fantastic as well. So I think if I did have to pick one, it probably would be James McClelland, because he played both ends. He's nice and steady, and he does have that control at either end. I think he calms the players down in the areas that he plays. So yeah, apologies for the bias, but yeah, that's who I'd pick, I think.
No, I think it's justified. Bias aside, I think it is justified. It is that calming influence for me. No matter where he is on court, he just brings that sense of coolness and composure to the team, and I think that is absolutely vital, because there have been patches where England have potentially lost their heads a little bit. They've lost a bit of their structure and their shape, and he just regathers them and sort of regrounds them. So James McClelland, well done. You are our commentators' player of the match. And of course, we are back for more netball action tomorrow. We are in Nevis for game number 4 against Granada. So that is not one to miss. That's going to be at 5 p.m. local time, which is 10 p.m. UK time, if I've got that correct. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Taryn Moss, Grainger, thank you so much for your company and your expert camera operation skills. We'll see you courtside tomorrow, 10 p.m. UK local time.